California's parched, people. We're in the midst of another drought emergency, so you may be looking for ways to save water. Lori Wallace is live with some simple ways to make that happen. Hey, Lori.
Hey, good morning. Okay, so I work overtime in my house to try and make sure I do it because I have 3 people that live with me that definitely don't. So we are getting some great tips this morning from Bonney, not only how to conserve water, but also save some money in the process. So I have Nick Camuso with me this morning to talk a little bit about things we can do at home. And these things are so easy.
Absolutely. They're very easy. You know, one of the main things is like brushing your teeth. When you're brushing your teeth in the morning, you have your water on and you're brushing away, you definitely want to turn that water off and while you're brushing your teeth, and then go ahead and turn it back on and wash it out if you need to. A good tip also is to go ahead and spit it in the toilet, because that will save some water. You won't have to run water after it. You can kind of just leave it there. Another thing too is your toilet. Your toilet is one of the biggest water leaking appliances that you have. Inside the tank here you've got a flapper, and that flapper will disintegrate over time and letting a little water pass by. That little bit of water that passes by can equal up to about 500 gallons a day, typically around 200. That's a lot of water that you're wasting by just a simple flapper that can be replaced for a very minimal cost.
Yeah, these are simple things that we don't always think of. Okay, we're going to head over to the kitchen now. And when we talk about the kitchen, appliances are one big way that we can make some changes. There's so many different smart appliances now. If you're looking to replace something in your kitchen, that's something you definitely want to be mindful of.
You definitely want to be mindful of that. You definitely want to get low flow fixtures in all your fixtures. It's very important. As you see here, you have just a simple drip. That's very common in most homes. That simple drip is, a good 5 gallons a day that you're wasting. So, that adds up. It's very important. Another thing is your dishwasher also. If you're running your dishwasher, make sure it's completely full. You don't want to run a half empty dishwasher because you're wasting all that water. You want to get all your dishes clean. So fill it all up, okay? Yeah, and also your fridge. If you're buying a fridge, you want to make sure it's a water conservative fridge. You have an ice maker, so that does have water going to it. So you definitely want to make sure that is also a low flow water saving appliance.
And so our friends with swimming pools, that's another thing that we wanted to touch on briefly.
Yeah, definitely. So your swimming pool, you can evaporate up to like a quarter to half inch a day. A basic swimming pool, that is a lot of water. You're talking thousands and thousands of gallons over the year. So a good way to fix that is get a cover for it. If you can cover it. That would be great. Also, your automatic filler, those are just going to constantly fill up. A little bit of water splashes out, it's going to constantly fill. I'd recommend turning that off and just filling it up with the hose. That's the easiest way to do it, and you can control that water.
Yeah, great tips. And you can save a lot of money per month just by doing some of these simple things.
You absolutely can. You can save a lot of money. If you're talking just your toilet alone, if you had a leaking flapper, that could be up to $70 a month on your water bill. That's expensive, so that adds up. Also, one more thing is making sure your hoses are turned off outside. A lot of people just leave them on accidentally, so make sure those are turned off, and definitely check your irrigation, because that's a big source of water leaking also.
Love it. Thanks, Nick. Those are great tips, some things to be a little conscious of as we're moving through our day. I know at our house we're guilty in a lot of ways, so some good advice, guys. I'll send it back to you in studio.